The recent months of 2025 have been eventful for the Thai BL industry, with plenty happening behind the scenes. From new developments to ongoing situations that some of you may have heard about and others you might have missed. In today's video, I'm back to share some of the latest news and updates, highlighting what's been going on in the Thai BL industry. Without wasting any more time, let's dive right into the video. Hit babe actors Milk and POOH found themselves at the center of backlash following their reaction to a controversial scene in episode 5 of season 2. The scene itself drew criticism immediately after the episode aired, with many viewers expressing discomfort. Fans called out the company for promoting the scene online in a way that romanticized it, suggesting that Babe had given consent, sparking outrage from viewers as they saw it as assault instead. The situation only escalated after the cast's reaction video was released. Comments made by Milk and POOH's reaction to the scene during the reaction were deemed insensitive by many, stating how such reactions could be deeply triggering for those who have been through it. After seeing all the backlash they were receiving from fans, both POOH and Milk would apologize. In an X post on 3 June, POOH would say that he's heard and acknowledged everyone's concerns about the reaction clip. He offered his apologies for some of his behavior at the time, admitting that it was inappropriate and may have made viewers uncomfortable. POOH shared that he should have been more attentive to what he was watching, and expressed regret for not being more considerate of people's feelings. He also thanked those who spoke up and said he'll treat this as a valuable lesson. Lastly, saying that moving forward, he will be mindful in how he expresses himself and handles sensitive topics both on camera and his personal life. On the same day, Milk also issued an apology to fans through a post, expressing sincere regret for his words and actions, acknowledging that what he said was inappropriate and could have made viewers uncomfortable, especially given the sensitivity of the topic. He went on to say that he now understands the importance of approaching certain subjects with more awareness, empathy, and thoughtfulness. Lastly, thanking everyone for the feedback and said he's committed to learning and growing from the experience. Change also took measures by deleting the reaction video, making adjustments and re-uploading it. PROM RATCHAPAT, widely recognized for his roles in BL series such as Love Mechanics, End of Love, and Jack and Joker, has recently come under intense scrutiny following a wave of serious allegations. This began after a number of women came forward with allegations of abuse and misconduct. Multiple women have now accused the 26-year-old actor of emotional abuse, reproductive coercion, and inappropriate behavior, including engaging in relationships with fans who may have been underage at the time. Testimonies quickly surfaced online, with screenshots and detailed accounts painting a troubling picture. Accusers stated that PROM allegedly pressured them into having unprotected sex, reportedly dismissing the use of condoms as quote-unquote, a waste of plastic. In a case where a pregnancy occurred, he is said to have refused responsibility, asking the woman to have an abortion and leaving her to deal with everything alone. One woman recounted having to buy emergency contraceptives herself and endured the side effects without any support from him. Additional claims accuse PROM of encouraging young fans to travel long distances for private meetings, allegedly also requesting that they drink alcohol beforehand. Some of these interactions are said to have involved girls under the age of 20, one reportedly 18 and another only 17, and possibly even younger. In the latter case, he is said to have denied any wrongdoing by claiming the girl lied about her age. He's said to have referred to some of these women as SWB, meaning sister with benefits. It's important to note that PROM's name has also been tied to YWPB, a Thai entertainment company he co-founded alongside actors Yin and An Wong, War Wanarat, and Bonds Nadal. At the moment, only the three of them were left following Bonds' departure in 2024 to fully pursue his passion for music. Following the public backlash, YWPB released a statement on June 15, 2025, acknowledging the situation and assuring the public it was being handled with seriousness. They stated that after reviewing all relevant conversations and images, both they and PROM had agreed to terminate his contract, allowing him the opportunity to address the allegations independently. They also committed to updating the public should further verified information emerge. However, fans continued to push for stronger action, calling for PROM's name to be completely removed from the company. Only on 22 June, Youp responded by officially announcing a name change. The company is now known as Argentus. As of now, PROM has remained silent in the face of the allegations, offering no public statement. The backlash continues to grow as more fans and social media users express disappointment and demand accountability. Actor THAKRIT, widely recognized for his role in the 2023 BL series Playboy and currently starring in RATCHAPAT, has recently come under fire following a series of serious allegations made by several of his former partners. The actor has been accused of emotional manipulation, deceit, and being romantically involved with at least 7 women at the same time, all allegedly without their knowledge. Each woman was reportedly led to believe she was in an exclusive relationship with him. Yet during that period, Shell was allegedly also in a committed-to-year relationship that the others were unaware of. To support their claims, the women shared screenshots of conversations with the actor. One woman stated that she became pregnant by him and was pressured to terminate the pregnancy, stating that he sent her 10,000 Thai bahts, just over $300, to handle the pregnancy. Another woman said she reported Shell's behavior to his agency, Copy of Bangkok, but was urged to remain silent due to his upcoming projects. Additional accusations include Shell making financial investments in the women's names, promising returns that were never delivered. 3 women came forward on a news channel to share their experiences, with one woman stating that she had gone to school with the actor, though they weren't very close. He reached out to her on Facebook after claiming he'd seen her in his neighborhood. They then started talking, going out, and over time, their relationship became intimate. In late 2024, at first, she assumed he wanted to keep things private because of his celebrity status, but later discovered he had been cheating and she ended things. She also said that she had been sending him 1,500 baht, about $45, while managing his business accounts, and even helped him with getting a condo. She said after the breakup he started to say hurtful things, claiming he never loved her and only used her for monetary gain. Eventually, she decided to share her experience online to warn others, and that's when more women started coming forward with their own stories. Another woman shared that he insisted on not using protection, saying it would ruin the moment. When she later contracted an STD and informed him, he responded by accusing her of being with someone else. Some women have now also spoken to the authorities to take legal action against the actor. In response to the mounting allegations, Copy of Bangkok issued a statement announcing the immediate termination of Shell's contract on 17 June. They stated that after thorough discussions, both parties had agreed to part ways, giving Shell the space to reflect on the situation and find appropriate ways to take responsibility. Following the contract termination, Shell released a public apology on 20 June. He expressed regret over the situation, saying he accepts responsibility for the confusion caused by the unclear nature of his relationships. He offered apologies to the women involved, their families, his own family, his former agency, and the public. While acknowledging his faults and accepting full responsibility, he also noted that certain details had been misunderstood or misrepresented, and promised to clarify those through his own platform. He went on to share that on March 18, 2024, the woman did and claimed she got a disease from him, and he was concerned, so he went to the hospital that day, but his test results came back normal. He also stated that regarding the condo, the woman had claimed he used her to make a purchase. In truth, she had simply agreed to help connect him with the sales team where she lived, and they only discussed and viewed a sample unit. No deal was made. As for the business matter, he said no investment was made, as the business was still in the planning stage. He ended by apologizing once more and thanking everyone who's given him opportunities and supported him throughout. Actor SUPANUT sparked concern among fans after posting a series of troubling messages on X on 18 June. He made 3 posts in quick succession, stating, "I want to sleep for 3 years, followed by I'm tired, and lastly, what do we live for? Shortly after posting, he deactivated his X and Instagram account, leaving fans worried and confused about his emotional state. Many took to social media to express their concern, sharing posts of support and hope for his well-being, also urging change to address the situation and inform fans about his well-being. However, nothing was said. It's really unclear what was really happening. However, some fans have speculated that his distress may be related to the lack of promotion for his upcoming series I'm the Most Beautiful Count, and also the overall controversy surrounding the series since it was announced. However, these claims remain unconfirmed. SUPANUT has since returned to both X and Instagram on 19 June, though he has not made any comment on his previous posts or the sudden disappearance. After gaining a pretty big fanbase from their debut in the Lovesick remake, actors Almond and Progress, along with 6 of their co-stars, have officially concluded their contracts with production company THAKRIT. In a statement released by the company, it was confirmed that as of May 13, 2025, all 8 artists are no longer under their management. They stated that while their official representation has ended, they will continue to oversee and complete all previously assigned projects as usual. They described this transition as a meaningful milestone for the artists and a new chapter in their professional journeys, additionally expressing appreciation for the dedication and growth shown by the group during their time together. They also encouraged fans to continue supporting the actors as they move forward. Just 5 days later, on 18 May, GMMTV officially welcomed Almond and Progress through posts on X and Instagram, a move that many fans had already anticipated. While the rest of the cast have yet to reveal their next steps, Almond and Progress are now set to begin a new chapter under GMMTV, and the ship stays very much alive. While GMMTV continues to welcome new actors, fans have also witnessed the quiet exit of several long-standing actors. Most recently, Drake SUPANUT confirmed his departure from the company after 8 years. Drake was one of GMMTV's longest-running actors. Over the years, we've seen him appear in several of their BL series, often in supporting roles. He's also well known for his lead role in one of GMMTV's early BL releases, 'Cause You're My Boy. Speculation about his status with GMMTV began circulating when fans noticed his profile had been removed from their official artist's page, and also when references to the company disappeared from his social media bios. However, GMMTV had made no formal announcement, leaving fans uncertain about what was really happening. The confirmation finally came on 4 June, when Drake took to social media to share a heartfelt statement reflecting on his journey. In it, he expressed deep gratitude for the experiences and opportunities he'd had over the past 8 years, thanking his seniors, fellow artists, and fans for their support. He shared his appreciation for the memories made, acknowledged the uncertainty of the road ahead, and promised that this wasn't a goodbye, asking fans to continue supporting him. While the statement did not explicitly mention GMMTV by name, the tone and content makes it clear that Drake is moving on to a new chapter in his career. One by one, familiar faces continue to part ways with Beyond Cloud, and now, Bass has officially joined the list. From his breakout role in POOH to his recent role in For Minutes, and his departure marks the end of an era. On June 15, Beyond Cloud released an official statement confirming that Bass's contract had come to an end. The company praised his dedication throughout their time working together, describing him as not only a committed artist, but also a valued colleague and friend to everyone. They expressed their wishes for his continued growth and success in whatever path he chooses, and encouraged fans to keep supporting him. Though Bass is no longer under BOC, he will remain part of For Minutes, The Last Seduction, a farewell fan sign and final event for the series. When it comes to the sequel 8 Hours, it's likely he will not be part of it given that they did not address it, but we can't be sure. Bass would comment on the announcement from BOC on X, tagging CEO Pond and expressing his gratitude. He thanked Pond and the entire Beyond Cloud team for their support, guidance, and the opportunities he's received throughout his time with the company. He shared that every experience had helped him grow, and that being part of the BOC family brought him genuine happiness, ending his comment with a heartfelt thank you for everything. On 16 June, Bass would announce his very own agency, marking the beginning of his new journey going forward. Following the conclusion of the 2025 BL series I Contact, 4 cast members, Nu Chanawan, Tora Taranan, also known as Bank, James SUPANUT, and Thapawang, are now seeking to legally terminate their contracts, citing unfair compensation and mistreatment by their managing company. On June 22, the actors met with lawyer RATCHAPAT to discuss their legal rights and possible next steps. According to Daily News, Bank, who played a lead in the series, shared that, while he was paid 90,000 baht, about $2,700 for his acting work, receiving around 80,000 baht, about $2,450 after taxes. He was later sent to many promotional events without being paid or reimbursed, also helping to sell thousands of books for the company, but never received the promised commission. What raised further concern was learning that sponsors had reportedly allocated 150,000 baht per actor, which is close to $4,600, therefore suggesting that a large portion of his pay was withheld without explanation. The other actors shared similar experiences. Thap said he received only 20,000 baht, roughly $600, and while he said the amount itself didn't bother him much, he said he was troubled by the lack of support and payment for attending numerous events. James also stated he was paid just 18,000 baht, just over $500, despite the large amount the company was given, adding that when the actors asked about the difference, they were told it was used for vague expenses and taxes. Nu also added that he was promised 70,000 baht, around $2,000, but received just 20,000 baht, which is just $600. Upon finding out that the company had received a total of 1.5 million baht, which is around $45,800 to compensate all 10 actors, he said the situation felt even more exploitative. Still, he emphasized that none of them were demanding the unpaid amounts. They simply wanted help exiting their long-term contracts, which are 1 year 6 months long, so they could move on freely. Their lawyer Ranarong expressed plans to bring the case to the Ministry of Justice, saying contract cancellation is possible in situations where there is clear exploitation. He also urged the company to treat the young actors fairly, since many of them are still students trying to build their careers. After the success of their 2025 series Top Form, Smart and Boom managed to garner a big fan base, and quickly became one of the most loved BL ships this year. Top Form was a creation that came to be from the collaboration of WeTV, Tele Entertainment, Headliner Thailand, and Grand Ivory. Smart is an actor under the management of Grand Ivory, whilst Boom is under Headliner Thailand. So a contract was signed to allow for both agencies to co-manage Smart for the sake of this series. During a time where the two had been the cause a lot of excitement among fans, it came unexpectedly when Grand Ivory released a statement marking the end of their contract with Headliner Thailand. In the statement on 12 May, they shared that they had officially ended their partnership with Headliner Thailand, and from that point on, they would be the sole representative and manager of Smart. They stated that the decision was made after careful consideration of Smart's future goals and was reached through mutual understanding, adding that they remain open to future cooperation with Headliner Thailand on other aspects of Smart's career. In response to this statement, on 17 May, WeTV released their own statement, in which they shared that Smart was still under an active and valid co-management agreement with both Headliner Thailand and Grand Ivory Record. They emphasized that Headliner Thailand, as the primary co-manager, continued to hold significant management rights, also stating that Grand Ivory's announcement on 12 May about ending the collaboration was not mutually agreed upon. A month later, on 12 June, Tele Entertainment would also share a statement on their X and Instagram, stating that Top Form is a co-investment and co-production between them and WeTV, planned as a project with at least 3 seasons. They explained that both companies had heavily invested in production, licensing, and talent management, signing exclusive 5-year contracts with lead actors Boom, Smart, Peanut, and Euro. And while Smart's music activities were handled by Grand Ivory, all other aspects of his career were under Headliner Thailand, a talent agency under WeTV. According to Tele, there were extensive plans in place for Smart Boom, including global fan tours, concerts, and spin-offs. However, they said that on 12 May, Grand Ivory unilaterally issued a termination notice and signed Smart for solo work without informing WeTV or Tele, breaching contract terms. However, efforts were made to negotiate and communicate future plans, but Smart and Grand Ivory allegedly rejected all proposals. As a result, planned duo activities like the June 1st live stream, a fashion shoot, and a fan meeting were cancelled. They further shared that legal action was considered, and despite ongoing efforts, Smart and Grand Ivory declined to resolve the issue. Therefore, both they and WeTV concluded that they would suspend all support for Smart's future career and focus on promoting the remaining artists, Boom, Peanut, and Euro in the next phase of Top Form. Only the next day, Grand Ivory would return with a 5-page statement responding to Tele Entertainment, sharing that while they appreciated the Top Form production team, they had to speak out due to serious accusations. They clarified that the contract was between Grand Ivory and Headliner Thailand, not Tele Entertainment, and was terminated due to repeated professional misconduct, not personal conflict. They listed several issues including lack of communication, withheld payments, and denial of Smart's access to his own social media accounts. They also denied trying to separate Smart Boom or refusing work, stating that they were never given proper information about certain events. Grand Ivory would follow this up on 15 June with a new statement to clarify things regarding Smart and recent events. They explained that Smart has been under their legal management since 2020, and while a temporary co-management agreement with Headliner Thailand was made for Top Form, all other activities remained under Grand Ivory's control. Due to unresolved management issues and multiple breaches of agreement, they officially terminated that co-management contract. However, they also revealed that they're now in discussions with Headliner Thailand to create a new agreement that would allow Smart Boom to continue. They reassured fans that there were never plans to split the ship, and international joint activities are still being planned through October 2025. As of 20 June, WeTV shared another statement in which they shared that all planned Smart Boom couple activities and Smart's solo projects would no longer move forward. They explained that despite their efforts and preparations, Smart and Grand Ivory did not honor their agreed-upon contractual obligations with Headliner Thailand, which has made it impossible to continue the projects as originally planned. As a result, Headliner Thailand will now focus on protecting their rights and those of their partners. Tele Entertainment would also make a comment under this 20 June post from WeTV, further sharing that earlier on May 12, Smart unexpectedly removed all Headliner Thailand and Tele Entertainment's contact links from his Instagram. And shortly after, Grand Ivory released the public termination statement. This sudden move, according to them, disrupted Top Form, a project that was thriving both critically and with audiences, therefore creating a divide between the stories on screen romance and the real-world fallout behind the scenes. They described it as a major blow to the 5-year plan they had developed for the series, including Smart and Boom's roles. As a result, this incident put the future of the show into uncertainty, impacting everyone involved, from creators, fans to investors. Tele ended their statement by saying they would pursue justice for the contract breach and hold those responsible accountable. As of 20 June, this is the last statement we've gotten from Grand Ivory, stating that they deeply regret the termination of the partnership with Headliner Thailand, which they say was legally and contractually terminated on May 6, 2025. According to them, the agreement was ended after Headliner breached the contract, though the specifics of that breach remain confidential. They added that attempts were made by Headliner Thailand to propose a new agreement later in May and early June, but reportedly failed, with all negotiations officially ending on 20 June. They also emphasized that Smart has always been exclusively managed by them, and never signed any direct agreements with Headliner Thailand. They go on to deny any allegations that they're being sued by Headliner Thailand, and that neither they nor Smart have ever refused couple activities. Instead, they accuse Headliner Thailand and WeTV of twisting business disagreements into misleading public claims and unfairly dragging Smart into the issue. They also shared that they're still open to future cooperation but feel their attempts at communication have gone unanswered, further condemning the online hate Smart has received, saying that no business dispute should be used to attack or scapegoat an artist. Amidst all the chaos and back and forth between the companies, on 21 June, Smart took to Instagram to share a heartfelt message with his fans. In the post, he would share that he never wanted Smart Boom to split up. For him, every moment working with Boom and the team was genuinely fulfilling, and he did his best every step of the way. From the very beginning, he truly hoped the project would succeed and had always wanted to keep working with top form. He described the experience as something that will forever remain a beautiful memory in his life. But despite how things turned out, he made it clear that he accepts all decisions made. He also took a moment to thank everyone who has supported him, both those still by his side and those who were once part of the journey. On the same day, Boom would also take to X to share a heartfelt message with his fans. In the post, he shared that this journey has always felt beautiful to him because of the love and support he's received from fans. Boom said he could truly feel how much people have stood by him, and it's meant everything. He acknowledged that some recent events may have hurt people and expressed hope that it hasn't dimmed the light in their hearts. He thanked everyone who has continued to believe in him and promised not to let them down moving forward. Lastly, stating that he's determined to keep growing and pushing ahead with strength and everyone who still stands by his side. For now, this seems to be the end of Smart and Boom, but with new statements constantly emerging, there's no telling if things might turn around. That brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.